6th standard English medium. We are going to continue chapter 1. We learn about the last time about the placement of the numbers in the box according to their place value, so that it is easier to read and write the number name easily. Now maybe you have seen so many times that while we are using big numbers, that time sometimes we use commas, because when we use commas it is easier for us to read the big numbers. If it is a 3-digit, 4-digit number, if you don't use commas, it is alright, because we can easily read that number, like 4537. You can easily write down, we can easily read that number name, that it is 4537. But when the numbers are bigger, means more digits are there, then if there is commas, it is easier for us to read that numbers, and therefore we are using commas, especially when there are big numbers are there. Now what we writing is the Indian system of numeration. So first we will see how we use commas in Indian system of numeration. Then later we will see how there is another which is international system of numeration. To read the names also, number name also, there is a little different in international system of numeration. Until now we were doing that units place, tens place, hundreds place, thousand, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore, etc. That was our Indian system of numeration. Now in Indian system of numeration, generally you have seen that the numbers are written as like this. Means from the right side we leave 1, 2, 3 digits, make comma, then 2 digits, then comma, and so on. So only first comma from the right side is after third digit, and then after every 2 digits, suppose this is like that, then it is written as that one. Means first 3 digits from the right side, then next every 2 digits we put comma. So it is easier for us to read that carefully. So suppose this is the number here, 3,75,058. So we can easily read that it is 3,75,058. So in our Indian system of numeration, commas are used to mark thousands, and then lakhs, and then crores, and so on. So here it is very, very useful to place commas for reading the big numbers. So here we can write down like that also, 5,08,01, 592. So now we know that how to read this number easily because of this using of commas. Because we know that this is thousand, unit, 10, this is 100, then this is 1,000, 10,000, then lakh, 10 lakh, and crore. So this number is 5 crore, 8 lakh, 1,592. So it is very, very easier. But when there is no commas, then first we have to use the commas, or we have to do the long process. So when you are dealing with the quick answers, because when you go further, you have to give quickly answers in the competitive exams also. So that time we have to solve so many questions within the small time limit. And that time, if you have this in your mind, then it will be very useful for us. So now you understand how to use commas in Indian system of numeration, in which here from the right side we start putting commas, 3 digits, then 5 digits, then 7 digits, then so on. Means first only with the 3 digits, and then after the interval of 2 digits we use commas. So this is the international system of, Indian system of numeration is there, in which we use this comma like that. And then we have to understand how to write down the international system of numeration. The little difference is there in the international system of numeration. In the international system, we use the unit digit, tens digit, then hundreds, then thousand, and then million. Then we have to use million. 1 million is thousand thousands. 1 million is equal to 1000 multiplied by thousands. Means thousand thousands. You can write down like that. 1000 thousands. Means 1000 times 1000 when come together, when we multiply that number, we get 1 million. So this number same. But how did we read it in the Indian system? 5 crore, 8 lakh, 1,592. But the same number, if you want to read using international system, will be 50 million. 50 million. Then the same 50 million, and then also 801,000. 1000 also 3 digits. 801,000. Then that is simple, 592. In the words we have to write down, but I am just showing you here. So the same number, it was 5 crore 8 lakh 1,592 in the Indian system, but in the international system it is written as 50 million. 50 million 801,592. It means here when we read you use commas, then you have to take 3 digits, 592. So now it is easy, 50 million 801,592. It means that after we will start from the right side, then every 3 digit, after every 3 digit, when moving on the left, we have to put the commas. So here you can see that it is easier now for you read that 50 million 801,592. We can take another one also like that. Or you can use just one same. But this is very small number. We can go further also. So here, but okay, we can write down like that now. Then what will be the number in Indian system here? We know that it is 7 crore 15 lakh 7,872. In the Indian system of numeration, we read this one like 7 crore 15 lakh 7,872. But the same number, if you use, this is the Indian system, but that one in the international system, we have to write down like that 872, 507, and then 71. So it is easier for you, it is 71,507,000 872. And if you go more than million, then a larger number is a billion. More than million, it comes a billion. And 1 million is equal to 1,000 million. When 1,000 millions come together, it makes 1 billion. Actually, we are not gonna go up to that, but in the future, maybe you have to learn this international system, or you have to deal with these big numbers when you go in the further studies. Then this knowledge will be very, very helpful for you. So, what is the difference? It is a actually big difference. So, in the international and in the Indian system, just what is difference that commas are put at different places, and so the number system is also totally changed. In million, in the international system, you don't see the lakhs or 10 lakhs or crore, directly million. So it is a little different way to represent the number. So I hope you got the idea of writing down the numbers according to the Indian system and according to the international system of numerals. Now you learn about the placement boxes using international system. Now you can use the placement boxes for international also. Then what will we do? We will not do that 10,000 and direct 100,000, then million, and then crore, billion, etc. So when you write down in the placement box also, it will be very simple for you, and the use of comma is also very, very useful to read the big numbers and write down the number name very accurately. So now you are familiar with the big numbers also. Now we are going to learn about that what is the large number that we use in practice, and that are what is the difference, what is the relation between the smaller and bigger units. So here the exercise 1.1 on the page number 12, you can easily now do it for your homework, for your practice. So now we will see large number in practice. Large numbers in practice. Because sometimes we will think that what are we going to do with this big numbers? But that big numbers, often we are listening, we are watching either on the TVs or in the newspapers or in the magazines. For example, the population. You see, the population is increasing and increasing, and that also comes in the millions and that thing. You can see on the page number 11 that India's population increased by 27 million during this years, 37 million, 44 million, and you can check on the internet what is the today's population of India or population of the world. There are the big numbers. So if that international system, if you know that, then it is very, very useful for us to read at that numbers. Now, generally, in the classes, earlier classes you learn that we use for length. Suppose you want to find the length of your pencil. Then which unit you will use? Generally, you will use centimeter. You will use centimeter. In short, we write down cm. Now, centimeter is the unit that you will take to find out the length. For example, if you want to find out the length of this duster, or if you want to find out the length and breadth of your book, page, or this board, etc. For this small thing, we use the centimeter unit for that. Now, but suppose you want to find out the width of very thin things. Then centimeter is also a bigger number. Then we use smaller unit, which is millimeter. Millimeter. I hope you have been very familiar with the millimeter, because on your scale, that is in your compass box, then you will see that it starts with 0. Then 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, up to 15 centimeter. Or if it is a big scale, up to 30 centimeter. Now, suppose this is 0 and this is 1. Then you will see that between 0 and 1 also, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, then fifth one, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then just 10 one is 1. So between 0 and 1 also there are 10 parts. Each part represents a millimeter. It means when 10 millimeter come together, it makes 1 centimeter. When 10 millimeter comes together, it makes 1 centimeter. Now, centimeter also sometimes is smaller. Suppose if you want to find out the length of the room, length and breadth, then centimeter will be a smaller unit. So that time we are using meter. So we are getting big number is the 1 meter. And 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. When the 100 centimeters come together, it makes 1 meter. Then 1 meter, if you want to convert into millimeter, how many millimeter will be there? So here we know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. It means 100 centimeter will be 100 multiplied by 10 is equal to 1000 millimeter. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, but same is equal to 10,000 millimeter. Now we know that this unit is also sometimes smaller. If you want to find the distance between two cities or two long distance places, then we can't use centimeter or meter. Then we use bigger unit still, that is kilometer. And 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. And same thing if you want to write down in centimeter, what will we do? Centimeter means 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So we have to multiply this 1000 with 100. And that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 lakh centimeter. But if you want to convert into millimeter, again you have to put 1 0, because 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. So it will be 10,000,000 millimeter. So here you can see that 1 kilometer is how much bigger than a millimeter. So according to millimeter, kilometer is the very, very large unit. Similarly, if you go to buy some groceries in the grocery shop, then also we have to, when the shopkeeper gives you in the weight mass, they will weigh it to, suppose you say that it is, I want 500 grams of rice or 5 kilogram of rice or whatever, or you buy the vegetables also. Then the smaller unit we use is the gram. We use the smaller use is gram. Then bigger is kilogram. Gram and then kilogram. But if you go to the jeweler's place to buy gold or silver, then you can't buy in the gram. Then it is smaller unit also, milligram. Same like centimeter, millimeter. Similarly, gram, milligram, kilogram. and so on are also. So we know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram, and that 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligrams also. Mg means milligrams. So 1 kilo is 1000 gram and 1 gram is 1000 milligram. Then how many milligram of 1 kilogram? So we have to multiply them, then you will get the bigger number like that. So here we are dealing with the bigger numbers. Now suppose you are buying some liquids. For liquids we can't use the gram or kilogram. That we will do as liters. Then 1 liter milk, 2 liter milk, etc. Liters, then smaller unit is milliliters. So 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. And so on in different things, because the capacity of the some things are also measured in the liters and milliliters and then kiloliters also. So kiloliters, and so generally if you want to remember that how much bigger are the number in the system of the metric system, as you see, I will give you a sequence. If you will notice, if you will note down, it will be very useful in your life. Milli, centi, deci, meter, deca, hecto, kilo. Here it is going bigger and bigger and bigger. How many times? Every you move from left to right, how many times it getting bigger? It getting bigger 10 times. If you see for the centimeter also, millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter, decameter, hectometer, kilometer. So it is increasing multiplied by 10, because 10 milliliter make 1 centimeter, 10 centimeter will make 1 decimeter, 10 decimeter will make 1 meter, 1 meter, 10 meter make 1 decameter, 10 decameter means hectometer, and then 10 hectometer will be kilometer. Similarly, here it is for the meter. Then for the gram also same, milligram, centigram, decigram. Then here it will not be meter, but then kilo, liter, and that also will come. But here you have to remember these things, which is going 10 times, 10 times, 10 times, 10 times, and so on. So millicenti, decimeter, deca, hecto, kilo. That is the sequence. Generally, we are not using this deci and deca and hecto. But if you bring that one places, then you know that is 10 times, and again 10 times, again 10 times, again 10 times, again 10 times, again 10 times. And then you will have the idea that which number is how much bigger than this one. So here milli to centi 10 times, so milli to meter 10, 10, 10, and so on 10, 10, 10, 10. And you have to count how many can be there. So this is the conversion of smaller unit and bigger units of the same quantity for the mass or for the capacity and so on. So now here, what is the use of this thing? You can see that page number 13 there is a question of try this, in which at the back side a route is shown for the bus. Look here, I will draw the figure here. A here, then B here, then C here, then D here, then E here, then F here, then G here, like that, A, B, C, D, E, F and G. The distance also given, that the bus starts the journey from the A, and then it goes through the route A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F and F to G. So now here you can see that the distance given is from A to B, the distance is 4170 kilometer, 4170 kilometer, then 3410 kilometer, then 2160 kilometer, and this is the direction given, that it going by this way. Then another one is from D to E, 8140 kilometer, and then 4830 kilometer from E to F, and then F to G, 2550 kilometer, and last from G to A, 1290 kilometer. So this is the route of the bus which is moving in a one circle, one complete the evolution. So now there are different type of the question can be asked here. To find the total distance covered by the bus from A to D. If it is from A to D, then you have to find A to B plus B to C plus C to D. Then total will give you the distance covered by the bus from A to D. Then the second question is find the total distance covered by the bus from D to G. D to G means we have to start from here. Don't go this side. D to G means D to E plus E to F plus F to G. Then find the total distance covered by the bus if it starts from A and returns back to A. It means you start from A to B, B to C, C. So you have to add all this distance, and then you will find the total distance from A to A. Means you start from A, go B, C, D, E, F, G, and then back to A. So you have to add all those kilometers to find the total distance covered by A. Then difference between them. So whatever is that, you can easily do the things. You have to just add or subtract according to the given thing. Similarly, in the second example, it is a shop. In the shop, the things and their price are given. Here you can see that the things and the price of the some things are given. And now, what is the sales during the last year for the different things? Also in the second table you will see that apple is 22,457. During the last year it was given, and then according to that you have to watch that carefully and you can write down the answers of this. So here we are going to stop our session today. If any query, you can write down in the comment section so I can give you the answers. Thank you very much.